um, this is my first time streaming. This is gonna be MTG Forge, which is a fan-made, community-made Magic the Gathering tabletop simulator. It's not officially associated with Wizards of the Coast, but I'm streaming under the Magic tag on Twitch. I hope that's okay. I hope I don't get myself or anyone else in any legal trouble. I'm gonna try beating the game in hard mode. That's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, I get to choose my gender in this game. Big. Only 2 genders in this game. Sad. Some enemies will use genetic AI decks. I don't know what that means. Starter decks will include 2 to 3 colors. Okay. Okay, well, I'll get 8 health, and they only have 150% of their starting health, the enemies, so that seems a lot more reasonable. Yeah, I'm gonna do this on hard mode. I know I said I was gonna do it on insane, but I think that would be insane. And then I can choose my starting deck. There's the jumpstart option. I'm honestly scared of the jumpstart option. I'll get my chosen color and 1 opposing color. In the game of Magic, the 5 colors each have 2 allies and 2 enemies. I think this means that I'll get an enemy color. I like that idea. Means that I'll either get a Boros deck or an Orzhov deck if I choose white. I'm leaning the most towards green because I'll get either a Simic deck or... but then again... Okay, this is really tough. Green tends to have the strongest creatures. And you'd need good creature spells to win games of Magic at this starting level. And again, white also has decent creatures and better removal. Maybe even some life gain shenanigans. I also don't hate the idea of like Boros or an Orzhov deck. Orzhov would probably be more geared towards life gain. Boros aggro. I think aggro decks are good in the early game. A green-black like recursive deck. I don't know. It's all a huge gamble. I feel like with the starting life total of 8, maybe I should go with white. Sorry, I gotta let the cat in. Okay, I think I'm gonna settle on this. It's a gamble no matter what. If it ends up being really, really, really hard, I might even have to reset to get a better deck. Hopefully I won't have to, but we'll see. Okay, I can be a green dragon, a black dragon, a devil, a core. That core looks fucked up in the face. A human, an elf, a Metathran, which is a race in Magic that I didn't know was a thing. It could be undead. That seems kind of lame. Viashino. Oh, it's a cute little Viashino. I could be a Phyrexian. That's a pretty fucked up looking one. There's some... Oh. So, I love these... Some of these sprites are really cute. Some of them look real fucked up. Huge, so sorry about the sneezing. Aw, you find the window? Huge props to everyone who worked on this game, by the way. Oh, I brought the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my cat. be a dwarf. This dwarf looks like a baddie. It would be a werewolf. It would be a leonin. Or red or white dragon. Or blue dragon or green dragon or black dragon. What if I what if I go with this one? I name her Top Hopic. I kind of like that. Top Hopic. That's a terrible name. But you know what? I'm feeling it. Fuck it. Let's go. Alright. We're in. We're in there. Let's fucking go. Darkness and silence surrounds you. A vague sense of falling slows, second by second. Oh my god. What? That's sick. Okay, gotta talk to the old guy. Hello, Planeswalker Top Hopic. Why am I here? This is Chandalar, a plane where mana is so prevalent and used by all that is sentient. Even the common people use spells daily. Calling me a common person? Like you, some planeswalkers have been imprisoned here by the guardians in the castles. You must defeat them in battle to release us from this plane. Use your powers of magic to challenge them. Find the planeswalkers trapped here. Guide them to me. They will help you on your journey. I think that's bullshit. Okay. I've played this game before. I don't think that there are actually any planeswalkers to rescue. I could be wrong. Take this rune. You can use it any time to return here. Be careful, planeswalker. Okay. I have something else for you, Top Hopic. Take these coins, but do not spend them with merchants. What are they then? What are they for? Oh yeah, these are the those are challenge coins. They'll be useful later. These are challenge coins. Spellcasters of Chandalar will often gather to hold tests of skill. These coins will grant you entry to contests, and the prizes available can help you on your journey. Where are these contests? Show the coin to innkeepers. If there's a group in the town, the innkeeper will direct you to them. Thank you. I will reopen the portal you arrived through now, but it cannot send you back from wherever you have come. On the other side, you will find the Barons of Chandalar, which I, and now you, call home. Thank you, Adept Black Wizard. You find yourself stranded on an unknown plane. It's time to get your bearings. That's so true. Oh, okay. All major locations in Chandalar can be divided up into one of two categories, towns and dungeons. Yep. A navigation arrow should now appear around your character. Follow it to a nearby town. Try to avoid any enemies that pop up along the way. Got it. Hint, follow a road. All roads lead to a town. You also move faster on roads and fewer enemies will appear. Gotcha. Also, as long as you don't move, enemies won't pop out at you. Here's our deck. Ooh. Opposite Dot. Ghost Council. That's a cool top-end card. Also, Marauding Blight Priest is a really neat common. This is part of an infinite combo with, I want to say, Sanguine Bond. Basilica Screecher is a really solid playable 2-mana flyer with Extort. I really like the Extort mechanic. It's going to be great to have with starting life total 8. Gotta say, this is a very promising starting deck so far. Suture Priest I also like for the same reason. Blood Artist is just a great card. Restless Bloodseeker, it's a flip card. We have Sanguine Bond? Wait. No, it's the other one. I need Pernicious Deed. Damn. That's crazy that we have one half of an infinite combo in our starting deck. Now I feel like I have to. Now I feel like I can't ever reset. This is. Oh, there's a lot of bad non-creature spells in here. Only a single 1-mana spell. No 4-mana creatures. The only 4-mana spell is Faith Unbroken. Yeah, this is a fixer-upper for sure. But I really, really, really like to see Basilica Screecher and Marauding Blight Priest. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. We might even win a game or two. For now, let's follow the arrow. Should I fight this random dude? Probably not. Should probably go into the town. We're gonna be going through the tutorial. I am gonna go through it because I'm gonna upload this all to YouTube, and I want people who are watching this who've never played Forge to understand what's going on. I guess I should have prefaced this by like, this is Magic the Gathering. But y'all know that it's under that tag on Twitch. I'm gonna explain how this game works. I'm not going to explain how Magic the Gathering works. And sorry, it would take too long. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you understand the rules of how to play Magic. But I will explain how this game works, because I feel like not a lot of people know about Forge. Not a lot of people are playing it on stream. Okay, so the inn contains some special events. I just skipped the last page, but you can rewind it and read it if you're watching this on YouTube. The inn contains some special events. You can also sell extra cards there or buy temporary extra health. The question mark sign denotes a town square or a job board where you can obtain side quests. All of the other buildings with signs out front are shops. Most of them sell cards. To leave town, walk back toward the edge of the screen just below your current location. Entering a friendly town will also restore any missing hit points for free. Explore the town if you want and leave when you are ready to continue. They don't mention this, but you also cannot save in town, which is really funny to me. Seems like it might as well be like the only place where you could save. I don't know why they programmed it like that, but c'est la vie. I only have 125 gold, but I'm still going to check all of these shops just in the offhand chance that I see like a really strong common. So the way that cards are priced in this game is they're priced based on their rarity, which leads to some things being really undercosted and other things being really overcosted. Definitely looking for more creatures. Nope, Biddy, nope. Not even good walls. I would take like a wall of omens maybe, but yeah, nothing really good there. One more shop to check. Nope, okay. When you collect gems, this like resource below where my HP is displayed, you can re-roll at shops to get new options, but I have none. Traveler, we need every able body to be ready. Merfolk have been spotted nearby, and in very large numbers. Merfolk? Where? Well, the man's face twists slightly. We may have sent some adventurers in search of an artifact recently. A portion of the group returned without it, but it appears they were followed. I like how I can decline this request only to get -1 local reputation. So, the more reputation you earn, the cheaper cards are in that town. The discount is extremely small. It's barely even worth considering, to be honest. But there's no reason to decline this quest, so I am just going to take it. I don't think I could beat a regular Merfolk deck with my deck. Here's where they sell items that can permanently, or not permanently, but they upgrade your health and other stats, or even some of them give you like a permanent in play at the beginning, like this wall token. I can't afford any of that right now. check out the inn, and see what draft is available. Final Fantasy, So you can enter a draft in the adventure mode. When you enter that draft, you draft from a set or a block. You play three best of three rounds against AI, and if you win all three of your rounds, you get to keep all of the cards that you drafted, and you get another 2 packs, I think, from that set. This is a way to just get free cards if you're good at drafting, because you also win back your entry coin if you win all those games. But it's very risky, because if you screw up somewhere, you drop a game, you lose that coin, you lose those cards. It ends up being the opposite, like a huge waste of resources. For the Final Fantasy set, I don't think it's worth taking that risk, but I am going to check the inn at every location, because if I find like a Masters set or something that has a ton of good cards in it, then I am probably going to go for it. Navigation arrows should now direct you to the nearest dungeon. Many quests will send you to dungeons, but you're also free to enter them without a quest. Follow the arrow and travel to a dungeon. These swords are okay, but certainly, I can't afford them. The Mandibular Kite, though, that's actually a really strong 1-drop. I'll think about it. I think this is a really solid common, and I could definitely use 1-mana creatures for my deck. So let's make a note to come back there. I like that card. Balance! It's definitely worth more than 300 gold in this game, being such a powerful control spell, but it is definitely a build-around card. Okay, so we now know where to find a really powerful card. There's one right here. Once we have 300 gold. We are in white. We could potentially build around it. It's good to be, when you're playing it in Forge Adventure, it's good to keep your eye out for cards that you want to get in the future, or figure out where to get them, and like plan ahead. I don't want any of these. Ooh, the shadowy backstreet is actually quite interesting. It's obviously no scrubland, but it's still quite good. It's quite a bit better than the land that I already have. Okay. So the map marks it by the set that's draftable there. So this is the Lord of the Rings Jumpstart. Is this actually Jumpstart? Yeah, it is Jumpstart. Okay. Some of the towns have Jumpstart instead of Draft, which is a different... It's closer to Sealed. Like I said, I can't explain all of the Magic things. If you don't know what Jumpstart is, you should really try it. If you're into Magic and if you've never tried Jumpstart, it's like a highly underrated way to play Magic. Just like this. Just like Forge. Very, very underrated. Arachnus Signet is kind of interesting, but... Oh. I'm so sorry, this is so gross, but Insta, add me and I will show you. That's a very nice view. Jane14. I actually don't have an Instagram account, but hopefully if anybody else walks to the stream, if you pop your, you put your link in there. If someone else comes in the stream and wants to check it out, yeah, that's fine. As long as it's just you. I feel like if a lot of people start watching this, I probably can't be chill with people advertising their stuff all day in my chat. But for now, like, you're the only one in there. I don't give a shit. Go ahead and rep your work. I'm sorry that I don't have an Instagram, or else I would check it out. None of these cards are good. Don't care. Did I already check this one? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's see what quest they got for us here in Lord of the Rings Jumpstart Town. Hey, you! Yeah, you! The big bad wizard with a... Oh, wait, no. Hey, you! Yeah, you! The big bad wizard with a surprised look on your face. A haggard old man shouts at you from the spot in which he sits. You could have sworn that side of the street was empty just seconds before. Well, you got the big bad wizard part right. What do you need? There's a wandering giant bounty available right now if you talk to the right people. He grins. I'm not the right people, but I know where to find them. What's the catch? No catch. Just a deal. I'm in no shape to fight right now, but I'm short on gold. Go take out one wandering giant for yourself and one for me, and I'll introduce you to the right people, and we'll split the profits. Alright, a deal it is. Wasteland biome, wandering giants. I think that giants are probably going to be easier to beat than merfolk, and I'm afraid that my viewers will get bored if I don't actually play a game of Magic. Oh, but you know what I am going to do before I fight a single enemy? I'm going to buy this mandibular kite and put it in my deck. I have mandibular kite in my IRL Popper Cube. I think it's a really solid card. And feel like Faith Unbroken is not very good. So we'll do it like that. Hopefully I don't get hard punished for taking a removal spell out of my deck, but like a 4 mana removal spell where I need a creature in play. Just auras in general are just terrible Magic cards. If you know, you know. Oh god, there's a merfolk. Do I fight it? I know this sprite doesn't look like a merfolk, but trust. Watch this. Merfolk Raider. Look at his goofy face. He's about to whoop my ass. He's got 18 health. This is the first game of the run. Wish me luck, Jane14, if you're still in here. This is a playable hand, and I am on the play, so I stand some kind of chance. Maybe let's Merfolk Spy. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Swamp Go. Hit me for 1. They see my priest. They play out a 2/1. They're spying on all my cards. I don't think that's going to matter. The AI has no idea what to do with that information. I wanted to play out the Blight Priest, but now I want to just play the Locket so that I can play Obsidat a turn ahead of schedule, and that's, I think, going to actually help me win this game. Now they've got a bunch of power on board. Okay, so they lose 2 life, I gain 2 life. If I exile it, I'm going to take 5. They could maybe deal an extra point of damage, though. So I think I'm going to choose to not exile Obsidat. Just stop them from attacking me. Yay, they don't attack me. Marrow Harbinger. They tutor up Moonlit Scavengers. There's still a turn. They're still 2 turns away from casting that. And if they bounce Obsidat, it's not the end of the world. And here I can go Basilica Screecher, cast Marauding Blight Priest, and pay the 1 for the extort. then I think I will. Let's see. They'll attack me with the 2/4. No, I guess I won't. I won't exile the Obsidat quite yet. We're holding back the merfolk. Raving Visionary. That's fine. River Sneak, that's fine. Okay, they've got one card left in hand, and it's that big 6-mana spell, and they could maybe cast that next turn, which is a little spooky. Okay, that's a... I didn't even look at this card. Herald of Hadar. 5-mana 4/4 human warlock with a 6-mana activated ability that lets me like slowly drain out my opponent. I like the sound of this. This might actually help me stay in this game. I will extort, making my opponent lose extra life is always dandy. Play out a land. I keep wanting to blink my Obsidat. Which, by the way, I love this card. I played back when I played Standard in high school. This was one of my favorite cards in Standard. I didn't even play it. I had a friend with an Esper control deck that ran this, and I played against this card a couple times. I just think it's a really neat. I think it's a really neat card design. But do I blink it? Let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have lethal. I have 3 other blockers. They'll remove one of them. Okay. I don't blink it because they could draw land here, play. Okay, the Tide Shaper. Oh god, wait, this can't be blocked. Ooh, okay. So the sneak can't be blocked. This dude has Island Walk. And so does that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm taking 5 damage. I can't block any of that. Thanks, Tide Shaper. That's really annoying. Yeah, now I don't know if I'm gonna be able to win. Yeah, I might be losing my very first game here. I can't stress enough that, like, starting with only 8 life against an opponent with 18 life is really tough. Also, like, they're a monocolored deck with a lot of synergy. I'm playing Herald of Hadar, which is just an awful magic card. Like, you can see here that, you know, it's a 5-mana 4/4. Now I can waste my whole turn for the privilege of making them lose 2 life. Maybe gaining 2 life as well. I think I have to do it, even though it's really bad. I got a 10, so they lose life. But that's it. That's all I can do. I will pass. They can now bounce. Oh, they didn't? Wait. Oh, they don't have an artifact or an enchantment. Yeah, but they do have they do have lethal though. At least I think they do. I haven't added it all up in my head, but like I'm quite sure this is lethal. Yep, exactsies. There's just, yeah. Now I know to not fight the merfolk. They are too strong, and I am too weak. I'm gonna have to look for the really weak opponents. Why don't I try this fox right here? Why don't I... Oh, I love this bug. When you're up next to a building and you move in any direction, it will just make you go back in like half the time. No, I will not tell the devs on itch.io about that bug. It's not that bad. Just like this hand. It's not that bad. They only have 15 life, so I feel like this is winnable. 2/2 that can sack and exile an enchantment. I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. Which of these 2-drops do I play? If I play Basilica Screecher, I can't extort the following turn, and I also can't block the fox. I think I have to play the Bloodseeker, which can block the fox. Oh yeah, that's a fox. Filigree familiar? I love the theme decks that just have like draft chaff in them. Decks like that I think are just really cute. Now I will play out the... Maybe I play the Guild Mage? So I'm so sorry, chat. I'm just gonna be blowing my nose like all day. I'll play the Screecher. If I draw a basic, then I can Signet and Extort, and if I don't, that's fine. I can just play a different 2-drop and then Extort. Yes, we stabilized. They're gaining more and more life. The Filigree Familiars, like, my cards are so bad that the Filigree Familiar looks like a really good card in this matchup. That's crazy. Didn't get an untapped land, but that's okay. Instead of playing out the Locket, I'm going to Suture Priest and paying Extort, bring that out, play a tapped land, attack with my Screecher, because I'm not going to block with it anyway. Pass the turn. Oh no. Okay. I take 6. That's bad. Not when the fox is beating you. When the fox is beating you, you're in trouble. Man, having only tapped stuff here is really lame. There's no way for me to play 2 spells in one turn here. I'm gonna have to cast Exile on one of those familiars on my opponent's turn and just hope that I can somehow survive. So exile that, gain 2 life. I could double block here, killing the fox, keeping my Suture Priest next turn. Lock it into Guild Mage, and I'm at parity. I'm not quite stabilized. Okay, it's risky, but I am just going to take the 4 here. A Devil Thorn Fox, 3/1. Okay. Yes, I'll gain life. Or they lose life. Sorry, that's worse for me, actually. I've got 5 mana, so I can double spell. The problem is that I'm at 2. That is an issue. But yeah, I guess go to 3 or 4. Man, having I also did this in the wrong order. Having no having such a small amount of HP to start with is incredibly challenging. Like, man, I'm already at 4 against like a garbage deck full of nothing but draft chaffed foxes. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do when that's like the biggest challenge for me? So I can block there. I obviously don't want to trade with the Filigree Familiar. I will. I will chump here though, or not chump. I'll take that trade. Go to 2. No longer have the Suture Priest in play, which is a huge bummer. I do have Obsidian though. This kind of helps me come back into the game, maybe. Do I... Okay, again, do I exile it? I don't think so, because I need to be able to block the Filigree Familiar without trading. That was the correct decision. They didn't attack. Oh yeah, so this game uses AI. I have no idea how they built this AI system. I don't think that this is not like ChatGPT. ChatGPT could not play Magic as well as the AI in Forge. I'm sure that they use tools like ChatGPT when working on this game, just because it is a big time saver. But the AI will calculate combat math like impeccably. If the board is really clogged up, as y'all saw in the Merfolk game, if you're watching this back on YouTube, they're really good. It's really good at crunching the numbers when there's a lot of creatures on the board. What they're not good at is like things like threat assessment. Like, they'll waste their removal spells on cards that don't matter and like let themselves get run over by something that's a bigger threat, just because they'll like automatically target whatever has the higher mana value. I don't know. As it comes up, when I see the AI like do stupid shit, I'll let you know. Okay. This is just a 1/1 that whenever it attacks or blocks, it becomes a 2/2 because everything else in the deck is a fox. Oh, I get it. There's fox. There's a fox in the art. That's why there's an elf in their deck. Elf on the shelf. I really do want to start like blinking my Ghost Council now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to pay for the extort on the locket, but then I am going to pay extort for this Blood Artist. Idea being, if I end up trading on blocks, I will drain more life from my opponent, and then it's a mega gamble, but Do I do it? I want to, but no. I want to, but I can't. Oh, fuck. Wildborn Preserver. So that's actually a really good card. Now they can put +1/+1 counters on it. Having two of them, that's a lot less scary than just the one. I mean, it's less than... whatever. You get what I'm saying. Maybe you don't. But now they have way more power on the board, which is not great at all. But what is pretty great is I think even though they have that, and maybe this is wrong, but even though they have all that, I am going to exile Ipsodot this time. And if they kill me, then shame on me, because please don't kill me. Oh god. Okay. Great. We are going to have to chump here. What do I chump with? Pluck those two. Drop to 2. And then you lose a life. And then you lose a life. And then you lose a life. And then you lose more life. And then you lose more life. And then you lose more life. And now I fucking win. Let's fucking go. First win of MTG Forge hard mode. I'm goddamn, dude, from 8 life. I feel amazing. I won nothing but garbage though. That a Farfinder. Hmm. Do I put the familiar in my deck because it gains me life? And it's a creature, so it's automatically like better than a lot of these non-creature spells. I feel like it's got to be better than Retreat to Hagra. It's a 3-mana 2/2, so it should suck, but it does make my curve look a little bit less terrible. It does gain me life. This is the Final Fantasy town. Final Fantasy town. I gotta tell you, that dungeon looks so sus. Dude, that dungeon does not look like an easy beginner-friendly dungeon. Not the Minotaur chasing me. I do not want to fight that thing. I've seen the Minotaur decks. They're not great. It's just they have big creatures. A lot of them with haste. They have cards like On Crop Crasher that stop me from blocking. They'll kill me like before I can even play 3 spells. No, nothing really. Oh yeah, I should go to the inn, see what the draft is. It's Tarkir Dragonstorm. There's Corey Steelcutter is in this set. There's no fetch lands, which kind of sucks. Then again, I'm not really fetching for fetch lands currently. Also, wait, I need to grab my charger really quick. Wait, where? Oh, it's right here. You stole it, Emma. I wish y'all could see, but the cat is just snoozing right over there in this little sunny spot, and she looks so cute. Uh, yeah, there's what's good in this set. There's there's that one like vulture that um endures whenever it attacks. Um, there's a few like decent black and white cards in the set. Cards like Voice of Victory. Um, but there's nothing like insanely busted. I think outside of Corey Steelcutter, which isn't in my colors anyway. This early in the game, it's so hard to like splash for another color. We're just not there yet, even close. Full Drifter. That's kind of cute. Wall of Omens. Concealing Curtains is a good spell that we can't buy because we have only 178 gold. Just looking at the commons and the uncommons. It's fun going around looking at what all the shops have. It's like when you're at a Magic. Ooh, a Hogak. Hogak is a great card, but it is a serious build around me card. I think that in the beginning of a playthrough of MTG Forge Adventure, you are looking for strong standalone creatures, strong standalone threats. You can have some synergy in the early game, but really not. There's not room for a whole lot of that. Like, I have a deck that's built around life gain. As soon as I can, I want to have a deck that is just built around having good creatures and efficient interaction. Okay. Nothing. Nothing that I want. Last spot to check. Nope. Yeah, no. And shoot, do we already check? This is the Turkey Dragonstorm one, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't see anything that great in these shops, so I'm not even gonna take the quest. There's a limit to how many quests you can have at the same time, and as you'll see, I'm gonna take on a lot before I even start working on any, because I am gonna try and they don't tell you like the difficulty of each quest, but based off of my game knowledge, I'm gonna just try and do the easy ones first. If I run into an area and feel like it's too hard, I am going to run away. I am going to play this game like a little bitch because I want to try and not lose. Because every time you lose a huge portion of your gold, which really slows down progression. So even though it looks like I'm being lazy and running away from fights, it's actually, like, I think, good time management in a playthrough of a game like this. Giver of Runes is kind of interesting, but we can't afford it. Urza's Bauble is interesting. Flare Husk is also not completely terrible, but I'm not like it's nothing compared to the Mandibular Kite. That's for fucking sure. Whoops, shoot. Innocuous Rat. That's a decent card that I would think about taking if I didn't have so many 2-mana creatures. I really want like 1 mana or 4 mana spells the most. Also, we found like, is this like a... No, it's like Esper. Corsair Captain. Don't think I've ever seen that card before. Nobody, nope. Wall of Omens. No, but another concealing curtains that I cannot afford. Sad face goes sad. Mycosynth Golem. I can't afford that. And a hollow one. Uh, both are total, like, build around cards, but that Mycosynth Golem is not impossible to build around, I think. I'll think about it, but it's not. So there are some cards in Forge that look like this. These are playtest cards, I believe. Um, they don't even exist legally anywhere in real life. I don't really know why the devs include cards like these. I'm not sure where this was even revealed from, but they kind of read like joke cards. Sword of Fire and Ice and War and Peace. Equipped creature gets +4/+4 and has protection from white, blue, and red. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to an opponent, Sword of Fire and Ice and War and Peace deals 2 damage to any target, and you draw a card. Then it deals damage to defending player equal to the number of cards in their hand, and you gain 1 life for each card in your hand. It is literally Sword of Fire and Ice and Sword of War and Peace stapled together. It's pretty goofy. It's pretty goofy, but it's cute, I guess. Dragonfire Blade is actually an interesting card, but not really what we're looking for. Did I already look and check and see what this is? Shadows over Innistrad? Yeah, no, I'm not super into this town. My favorite towns are the ones that sell lands, because lands are the best cards in the game, in my humble opinion. You don't think that lands are broken in Forge until you get a bunch of strip mines and you realize that you can do unspeakable things to your opponents with just lands. I keep like instinctively going for the reroll button. I gotta watch it because Misty Rainforest. Okay. For that reason alone, I'm gonna want to make a note of this town, which is this is the Phyrexia. All will be one. Jumpstart town. I can't use Mystery Rainforest really at the moment, but at some point I might. And yeah, fetch lands are good. I guess they're actually really bad in hard mode at the beginning though, because when you don't have a lot of life, paying 1 life just to grab a land from your deck is not very good. Okay. Yeah, I really want like beta duels. And then this is, both of these are actually non-basic land shops. They don't have anything good right now, but we could re-roll those and eventually get any kind of land, including beta duels. The fact that this town has 2 of them means I am 100% in on taking a quest. Oh no. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. I have a task that requires your assistance. You see, we have a bit of a situation with a giant insect named Zira. She's been causing quite a stir in our town with her penchant for organizing extravagant balls. That sounds great. I don't see anything wrong with that. I am not going to accept this quest for one simple reason, which is that Zira is a really high level boss with emblems in her base. I simply do not stand a chance. That's really disappointing because this land or this town has lands, but maybe someday, maybe maybe someday we can come back and finish it. Did I already come here? Yeah. Let's check the inn first. It's Outlaws of Thunder Junction. There are good cards in that set, right? Slick Shot Show Off and God, probably a couple of other cards. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention when that set came out. Also, I wonder if anyone's in here. Nope. But cool. This is the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Town. I like that. Just calling. Ooh, Hero of Bladehold. Oh, it's a mythic, so it's 500 gold. I'm not even close to getting it. That's see when I'm talking about individual card power level. This is what I mean. Hero of Bladehold is exactly the kind of card that I'm looking for. 500 is just so much, though. I could probably get 2 cards that are almost as good as that for the same price. It's just green stuff. Nothing but crud and crap and crap and crud. Invasions. Those are cards. Oh, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, just like flashed on my screen, and also that's one of the cards available here. Oko the Ringleader. Lame Oko. I prefer the broken OG Oko. Speaking of broken, though, Ugin is an incredibly good card. We can't really make the most of it, though, with what we have right now. Yeah, not too blown away by this town, but let's check the last 2 shops. Nobody, nope. Coiling Oracle is good, but you know, not for us. Okay, I'm gonna check these 2 more towns before I go try fighting a giant. Because if I go fighting a giant, chances are I'm gonna giant to that giant. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan has, I think, Cavern of Souls. Although I don't know if that will appear in the draft. Other good cards include what's her face Benavides Aguirre, one part of a 2-card game-winning combo, but she is a rare, not super likely to show up. Stalactite Stalker is in that set, and that's a good card that I would consider playing. Do 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 da 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 ba da ba da da. Swooping Lookout. It's just a 1/2 flying and vigilance for 1. It seems good, but it's really not. Moon Silver Spear. Cute. Stasis Cocoon. Demotion. Other cards that suck butthole. Wait, did I look at these ones? No. Narrative. Ingenious Smith is actually a pretty good card, I think. But it's not the kind of card that we would play. Ao the Dawn Sky I think we would play with just because it's decent value. Bound in Gold is also a reasonably good removal spell. It's it hits planeswalkers, it hits creatures. It doesn't really do much to most enchantments. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a fine pauper card. A Mox, but not a good Mox. And then there's this Is It pile over here. Did I already look at this? Yes, I did. Okay. And did I look at the set here? Yes, this is the Lost Cavern Towns. Sorry, I have terrible short-term and long-term memory. Long-time weed smoker here. In recovery, actually, currently. Sort of hoping that doing streams like this will help me keep my mind off of abusing drugs. Just because I love this game, but I would just like sit in front of this game and and just smoke a ton of weed. There's another merfolk. Do I fight it? I'm so scared of like literally everyone in this game. I'm even scared of going into this dungeon. I guess I should at least walk in. Many quests you undertake in your adventure will send you to one or more dungeons just like this one. Dungeons are filled with enemies, but also treasure like gold, mana shards, and cards. Your next objective is to defeat any single enemy in a duel. You can find them in a dungeon. Okay, yeah. You were defeated by an enemy, that's okay. You will lose some of your starting health and a percentage of all your gold, but you've learned what to expect from that enemy in the future. Unlike on the world map, an enemy that defeats you in a dungeon will remain on the map. You can try to duel them again or run away and seek out another opponent. If you want or need to heal yourself, go back to town. Some quests like this one have multiple objectives that can be achieved simultaneously. Your other current objective is to find and enter a cave on the world map. An enemy defeated in a cave or on the way there will count as the enemy to wait, what? I don't fully get that. And I say that as someone who is... Okay. It's just talking about this like tutorial quest. There's only 3 enemies in here. I think they might actually be weak, so I'm gonna try it. I think this is a weak zone. Watch them play some absurd shit, dude. 27 life, and they start with Staff of the Mind Magus. Of course, they lured me. I thought that looked like a novice blue mage in the back, and I was like, oh man, if the strongest enemy here is a novice blue mage, then I'm fine. 27 fucking starting life, dude. At least I have a turn 1 play. Come on, Mandibular Kite. Carry me to victory. See, they have rare lands and a fucking Champion of the Parish. Turn 1, dude. Why, dude? Why? Fuck me, man. Okay. I doubt that they're going to be able to grow it to being a 3/3 this turn, so I should be able to safely play my 1/3 and not get smacked in the face by a Champion of the Parish. What? Oh, it's the Noble Hierarch. Okay. Oh, God. Of course. Of course they do. God damn it, dude. And it's got Exalted. cool. Cool, 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 cool. No, this is great. This is awesome. I love this. This is so cool and fun. It feels insane, but I am gonna attack with my germ and then just pass, and then hopefully they... Ugh, Reflector Mage? You asshole, man. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. You fucking tool. Oh, it's only a non-white creature. Oh no. Oh man. Well, whoops. Forge. Yes, I concede. I concede. You win. You win, Jin. And again, it forces me to go back inside because of that bug. Okay. I now know... I now know that that is actually a pretty powerful enemy. Jumpstart 2025 Town. I love Jumpstart 2025 Town. Now I have less than 150 gold, which sucks balls, because now I can't even buy uncommons. Super lame. Okay, this town has a non-basic land shop. I'm not even gonna go looking around, because at this point I have, like, no money. Pyrenean Crossing. Pyrenean Crossing is a bustle of frantic activity. The reason? A small army flying a foreign battle flag has been spotted on the horizon. I'll consider my options. Defending the town will not be simple, but can you really just let them be conquered? The invaders have no claim to these lands. Time to beat some soldiers. Or rather, get beaten by some soldiers, because I'm pretty sure they are going to be very difficult to defeat. The arrow, I think, is leading me towards a cave. Oh, I think that might be a giant? That little weird dude? No, it's a sand ghoul? Sure. Probably like a desert zombie with 30 life, dude. Why does it have 30 life? I guess I keep this. I've got a turn to play. Coastal Tower. Okay, that's a good sign. That's not a very scary card. I'll start with the Suture Priest. We've got no turn 2 play. I love to see that. I really do. Let's play out the Locket. Swing for 1. They're down to 29. Oh no! Why do they have Mox Sapphire in their deck? Is this the genetic AI deck that they're talking about? They just get to have Mox Sapphire in their deck? Is that how this game works now? Flying and Vigilance. Wonderful. Of course I have 4 mana, and all of my 5 mana spells are in my hand. That's super cool. Whatever. Blood Artist, gain a life. Mandibular Kite, gain a life. Yes. They might have a flyer, but they don't have a clock. Herald of Sarah. 3/4 Vigilance, Flying Echo. There's my 5th mana. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. All of those flying things. are extremely scary. My thing is, I'm like, do I play the Sanguine Bond first and then try to, like, is that my out? I don't think so. I think my out is playing out Obsidian and just gaining as much life as possible and blinking it because it can't block the flyers anyway. The fact that both their flyers have vigilance is really, 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 really annoying. But the upside is that I can blink there, take my beats, go down to 8, and then Obsidian returns, gaining me 3 more life. So they barely have a clock on me at this point. And I could just re-equip this kite to the Obsidian, and then they can't attack me anymore. The only problem is if I blink from there, then I'm kind of stuck. I have to re-equip for 4 mana. That's not easy. Whereas the plan of just like gaining 3 life every turn slows their clock down to a halt and allows me to play out my other threats. Yeah, this seems really silly. What even does the back of this card do? I actually don't know, and I can't look at it right now. Okay, we're at a. This is probably the most interesting game we've played so far. There's a couple of lines here. I wonder if anybody watches this. I wonder what they would do in this situation. And as tempting as it is to just equip the kite, or play out this Bloodseeker, which is going to make me a blood token, I'm actually going to play out the Sanguine Bond. I think that is my out in this game. I'm gonna attack with Obsidian. They take it, go to 20. I will flicker away the Obsidian, take my beats, go down to 7. Armored Griffin. Every single creature in their deck has flying and vigilance. Every single creature. Okay. They re-enter. You gain 2 life. I gain 2 life, you lose 2 life. Sanguine Bond triggers. They lose 2 more life. Suture Priest gains me 1 more life. They lose 1 more life. You love to see it. You really do. Now I feel like I have to equip the kite to Obsidian and stop blinking it. Am I wrong for that? They're swinging for 6 damage in a blue-white deck. The only way they could deal more is if they play out an Anthem and do 9. So they don't necessarily have lethal. Even if they have something really scary that they could play. So I don't necessarily have to put the kite up, but then again, if they do deal 9 to me, then it will be maybe too late to put the kite up. And I could like put the kite on, then play the Bloodseeker, but then I'm not necessarily... Okay. I've decided. I am gonna equip the kite, and I am gonna play I am gonna play the Bloodseeker, Suture Priest, Sanguine Bond. And then I am just going to pass this turn. And we're not going to blink Obsidian this time. I am going to make a blood token. Let's see if they have a removal spell or something. Imposing Sovereign. Thank God I didn't fucking... Holy shit. I've never felt so vindicated for a decision. Holy shit. Another creature with flying and vigilance. Their life total is dropping though. They were at 30. Now I have more life than them. Come on, Orzhov deck. This is exactly the kind of outcome that I was hoping for with a deck like this. It's like just stabilize, stall, and like slowly drain them down. The Bloodseeker sucks, dude. I can't even transform it until next turn. I have to see what the backside of this card is, like if it's even worth. Is this even worth transforming? Like it's an uncommon I've never heard of. It looks like it turns into a 3/3. Doesn't sound very exciting. Oh yeah, no, that's terrible. That's like not. Yeah, it just turns into a 3/3 that basically does the same thing. And then it has like an activated ability that's like the same as the Herald of Hadar. Speaking of, I think I do play the Herald of Hadar because then I can start activating it and maybe actually win this game? Maybe? Yeah, fucking, here we go. So, no, I don't blink this. I make another blood token. Opponent can't really attack me. Uh-oh. 4/7 with vigilance. Uh-oh, I said. It's a rare from Mercadian Masks. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I can deal with a 4/7. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. This is funny. Do I cash in this Plains using a blood token? Or do I sacrifice it to transform this into a 3/3? I feel like the former is probably better. Yeah, I think so. Because yeah, wait, let me look at this again. Because it does, I pay 5 mana to make each opponent lose 2 life and I gain 2 life. That's actually better than this ability. Because this costs 6 and it only has like a 50% chance of gaining me life. Okay, turns out I talked shit about the Bloodseeker too early, but actually I am gonna do this. I can activate that at instant speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I could potentially wait, did I gain life this turn? No, right? Because yeah, I haven't played any spells yet this turn. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. You lose 2 life, but actually 4 life, and I gain 2 life. And then I just pass and hope for the best. If they have an out, this is their time to use it. If they don't have an out, then it actually is game over. Even if they play out creatures here, my Suture Priest will just deal more damage to them. Yep. And that will also deal damage to them. And just like that, thanks to Blood-Soaked Reveler. Yes! Win number 2. Win number fucking 2. Let's fucking go. Fuck you, Sand Ghoul. Tundra! Yo! Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. It took me so much longer than that to find my first beta duels in my main run. You'll have no idea how rare these are. I can't believe that I won that. Not only did I win that, I got something good out of it. Sky Hunter Prowler. I can't use Tundra yet, but at some point, if I end up turning this into an Esper deck, or I build any deck that includes blue-white, that deck is just going to be significantly more consistent and more powerful than it would be otherwise. So good job, us. Lucky us. Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad no one's watching this on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should definitely follow me on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description because I do want to do more of these. Do I put in this this Sky Hunter Prowler? It is a creature. Oh. Also, do I put in this? Do I put in this one-sided board wipe? Hang on, I gotta get up for a sec. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea. I'm just melting. I'm dying. I'm dying. Poor Emma is just fanning out over there. She looks so comfy, though. Are you so comfy, girl? Are you so cozy over there? She's giving me that cute little one eye closed, one eye open look. Being a 6-mana spell, I'm not in love with it. Having said that, do I really need 2 Herald of Hadar? Do I really need 2 of them? It's just such a bad card, like, I'm gonna try it just because it is a lot of mana, but I got to 6 mana last game. Destroying all tapped creatures seems pretty good. It's not as good as something like Sunblast Angel, which comes with a body, but you know, for an old rare, it might be enough to make my deck just a little bit better. There's a soldier. Cave is functionally identical to a dungeon, but can be classified separately for quest purposes. A cave would not have completed your objective to find a dungeon, nor would that dungeon count for this one. I don't even know why they're bothering with this explanation. This explanation only matters for this tutorial quest. Caves and dungeons are essentially the same. Okay, the realty. The realty is I have I don't know how much these cards are worth. But the Far Finder, like, I definitely don't want the Far Finder. I definitely don't want the Desert of the Indomitable. The Absorb, I think, is fine. These cards are fine. I'll keep them for now. I don't think that those 3 cards are worth enough for me to get over that 150 mark. Also, I'm looking at Minotaurs. Minotaurs are scary, but if I can beat that one on the left, I can get into that chest and that book. That's a lot of new cards to look at. So fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I'm riding high off of that last W, and I'm just gonna fucking go for it. Let's do this. I'm probably gonna get on crop. What's it called? On crop. On YouTube, if I'm not feeling lazy, I might put it up on the screen. On crop crasher. On crop crasher. This is not a keepable hand. And this is not much better, but I feel like I have to keep it. Fabled Path of 0 point? That was their land drop for the turn? I gotta say, I'm not scared of that card. I'm really not. It doesn't even tap for mana. They have no turn 2 play either. I'm drawing white spells and no planes. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, Silica Screecher. Let's draw planes! Close enough. Close enough. No. Every time I don't pay an extort cost, I cry a little bit on the inside. Missed value. Not enough value in Value Town. Yeah. Suture Priest. I am going to pay the one, which means I am also going to make a blood token. We're doing great. Now they have 4 lands. What you got, opponent? Nothing? That's just sad. That's just really sad and pathetic, honestly. Okay, Suture Priest number 2, pay the 1, gain a life. Do I guess I don't need to pop this blood token. I'll awaken the Bloodseeker first. Awaken the blood. Awaken the Bloodseeker. Yep, make a blood token. Dwarven Mine. Take 2 damage, loser. Unup a Spirit Crafter. It's a 2/3. Well, it does make their other Minotaurs much scarier, but at this point, I've had a lot of time to get myself situated. I feel pretty comfortable at this point. I've got 2 removal spells on the dock, and I can activate this at instant speed, which feels pretty phenomenal. Thing is, I'd love to make a blood token here. Or attack. I could maybe bait my opponent into blocking and then remove the Spirit Crafter. I guess I'm just scared to waste a removal spell only for them to play something way more threatening next turn. But then again, this is a potential 2-for-1. Yeah, you know what? I am going to go for this. Let's see the double block. They don't double block. They're not scared of taking 4. Yeah, I guess that's fine. They can do whatever they want here. I don't feel like playing the Herald of Hadar. It's a terrible card. Probably the worst card in my deck. To use the removal spell or to just take 2. I think I just take 2. Is that all they got? Ah ha 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 ha. Now that's that's what I'm talking about. Do we hideous end it? I think so. Oh, see, this is where this stream right here is where you go to see genius level plays. Improbable Cocktail Take JMO says best viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. I feel like I'm probably only gonna see spammers in my chat for like the first year of streaming. That's fine. It's fine. If they, I think I can just win here, right? Hell yeah. I wasn't sure if I'd beat a Minotaur deck, but as you can see, a lot of them just suck. Oh. Is that Gallicat strictly better than the other flyer I just put in my deck? Headless Rider is a zombie that likes being played with other zombies. Why does Thousand Winds have the Jeskai watermark when it is mono blue and does not feature either of Jeskai's signature mechanics? And then big epic sweeper spell. Yeah, not the most exciting group of cards, but yeah, I think yeah, this is Gallicat is actually just the same as the Sky Hunter Prowler, but just strictly better. So I guess I gotta play that. Maybe I consider playing both, but like 1/3s with flying and vigilance are not. You know what? I am gonna play both, and I'm even gonna lose one of the lockets because that's not a great type either. Now our curve looks like this. I would like to have a lot more 1-drops and a lot fewer 3-drops is the thing. But limited options. What can you do? Collect more cards. This is basically like a free pack opening simulator. I'm gonna step away to turn my AC up. It's hot as fucking here. On top of like having a fever, I need that cold air blasting on me. Cauldron Haze. Give creatures persist until end of turn. It's fine, I guess. 1 mana, 1/1 lifelink. 1 mana, 1/1 that can regenerate for 2. have to get a new tissue box. Okay, okay. I don't think Cauldron Haze or Nip Gwillion are necessarily good enough. I mean, this has lifelink, but a 1 mana 1/1. Oh, but this is no, no. It. I mean, Siphon Life is a. I like Retrace as a mechanic, but you can't really build it. You can't play cards with Retrace in your deck unless you have like a certain number of card draw spells, because you kind of need to be drawing a lot of cards in order to be able to use lands in your hand as a resource. Sorry, just checking a message. Looks like my boyfriend's phone just got destroyed, and I was wondering why he wasn't responding to my text earlier today. That makes sense. Okay. Sorry, group chat developments. Very, very important group chat developments. I don't think I make any changes, but I feel like I should. There's another chest in here. Probably a couple more rares. God, I'm so scared. The world of Chandelar is scary when your deck sucks. I don't like this, but it's keepable. Okiba drains them for 2 turns before transforming into a 2/2, like kind of behind curve, but nothing on turn 2. Now it's a 2/2 that gives. It's a 2/2 with menace. It gives all my vehicles menace. Great. Awesome. I love that. Routing Blight Priest pass. They've got a 2/4 with haste. And whenever he discards a card, deals 1 damage to me. And an ability that lets him rummage whenever he attacks. Luckily not attacking me right now. Luckily I already gained some life, so I'm not in any immediate danger. Question is, do I exile it now before he has an opportunity to activate that ability or trigger that first ability? Oh man, everyone's falling out of the movie plans tomorrow. I was planning on seeing the movie Weapons tomorrow because I think it looks neat. This is a good thing to do when you're streaming, is to constantly be checking your group chat. Alright, let's put that on vibrate. The thing is, if I kill it now, I can also get in for 5 instead of just 2. And I deal even more damage with the Blight Priest. Oh, it has to be attacking. Wow, this card is way worse than I initially thought. That's really lame. But okay, I'll get in with my menace creature because I can, and then he doesn't attack? Oh no. Neheb. It's a 5/4. Oh god, it's a... Okay, okay. Well, that makes things kind of awkward, but okay. I wanted to play Obsidian. Now I have to play the Guild Mage and hold up Exile to hit Neheb. Yeah. Which is great. They lose life. They sacrifice it. Unless you discard a card at random. Deals 1 damage to me. Asshole. Rude. Rude behavior. But cool, I survived, and now I can play Obsidian. Yeah. Now, I think I do exile him. I'm at a comfortable 15 life. Uh-oh. Oh, that's such a scary card to see. That's not something I want to see from my opponent. That's just so much damage. Play the Basilica, extort, go up to 18. Now I could just take it to the face now, and yeah, I just gotta hope that I survive the Morog, Fury of Akoum. They get another combat step. Oh, but they're bad though. They're a complete. See, so that was the first major AI misplay I think that I've seen so far this stream. So they should have played their land during their second main phase after their combat step to get an extra combat step. They get an extra combat step here, but they don't get to untap their Morog, so they only get to deal 7 damage to me instead of 14 or 15, which is great. Because, oh my goodness, 4/4 with vigilance that can fight things. Okay. Land is not ideal at all. They have no flyers. So I can get in for 2. Bring them to 6. If I blink Obsidian and live till next turn, then on my upkeep, I'll bring them down to 4. And then 3. And then 1. And then win. Okay. I think this is doable. So I'll get in with... Right, they have nothing with reach. or flying. So get in like this. Give this lifelink. Give that lifelink. Then deal 2 to them. And then 2 more. Play this land, whatever. Pass the turn. Exiling Obsidian. Okay, my upkeep kills one of my flyers. Again, he fucks up the Morag thing. Oh, doesn't attack. He's too scared that I'm gonna... Was that a misplay on their part? No, I don't think so. I'm at a high enough life total that, like, I actually... Oh, shit! But you know what? It doesn't matter, because I've got Vizkopa Guildmage, which does the same exact thing. And now Obsidian enters. They lose 4 life. Let's fucking go, dude. Wow. That was a good game. That was really fun. Now I'm coming for this guy's gold. Come on, Top Hopic.